Hybrid work is preferred by majority of workers. That is one of the HR trends in 2022. According to the study by Seek Asia, out of 5,000 local respondents, 52% of Filipinos had started working remotely even before the pandemic. Now that everything seems to be getting normal, employers are requiring employees to return to office despite of the fact that most of the Filipinos preferred hybrid. Hybrid work in which they will have flexible work setup that supports a mix of in office or remote setup. It offers employees the freedom to choose to work however or wherever they are most comfortable, productive, and effective. But what are the challenges, disadvantages, and advantages of working hybrid? Hybrid work is preferred by majority of workers. That is one of the HR trends in 2022. According to the study by Seek Asia, out of over 5,000 local respondents, 52% of Filipinos had started working remotely even before the pandemic. Now that everything seems to be getting normal, employers are now requiring employees to return to office despite of the fact that most of the Filipinos preferred hybrid. Hybrid in which they will have flexible model that supports a mix of an office or remote setup. It offers employees the freedom to choose to work wherever and however they are most comfortable, productive, and effective. But despite of the fact that I mentioned, what are the advantages, disadvantages, challenges, and how will we be able to cope up with those challenges as a human resource? That is something that we're going to discuss, so please hang tight.
Next is discuss advantages. Hybrid working can lead to a misalignment or poor communication between employees who are working in the office and those working remotely. Since one of the main advantages or hybrid is the balance between autonomy and collaboration, you need to make sure your hybrid working arrangement promotes both.
What is the disadvantage of being HR manager? Em- First is decreased employee visibility. Employees may hesitate to accept a remote position due to decreased visibility with the organization. They may feel that lack of face with their manager or other company leaders will make it more difficult for them to award promotion or growth opportunities. We have top 7 disadvantage of working from home. First is lack community and teamwork. So it is evident that cannot live alone or for that matter work alone efficiently and effectively. Second is lack of motivation. Motivation drives people to power and achieves their goals. It cannot be effortless to lose motivation quickly when one is put in the wrong place and the wrong time. Unmonitored performance and those frequent breaks. Working alone can be tough job that will requires employees to keep in check on their performance at work themselves. The fourth is lack of office equipment and security concern. Remote workers have lovely and changed from working in cluttered office space to their own home office, which is a quiet and comfortable, but everything has two sides. To it in a home office that is drawbacks too. 5. Distraction and lack of a good working environment. Remote work brings along with the benefit of a good work-life balance. Employees feel that working from home avails them more time for family and other life events. But there is more than to the picture. Burnout. Flexible working hours are one of the benefits of remote work. It lets employees structure their days according to the convenience, but this can turn into a disadvantage for some employees. But not the least, 7, risk to productivity. It is claimed that working remotely attract increased productivity, but with all attempting distraction of midday naps, the web series that was left on cliffhanger, spending time with the family, and etc. It makes it difficult to concrete and interested in working alone. Furthermore, working remotely can make one feel isolated and motivated enough to work productivity.
Good day everyone and to our professor. Our topic for today is all about hybrid work. First, what does HR trend means? As new technologies emerge to enhance and advance the vast field of work done by HR professionals from recruitment to employee engagement, the potential for implementing the most impactful strategies for people management and company culture rises. We all know that hybrid works means being flexible at work and on the go just like what we are facing right now in the midst of pandemic. The challenges of course is the time that we cannot tell when or how we will fit on that schedule that is given to you from the bosses. And it affects your personal and work ethics time. Also, your income, especially when you are working in private company, they have that we call no work, no pay. That means your income will decrease from your have because you have skeletal schedule from.
How the employee will adopt work from home setup. Ultimately, the best way to work remotely depends on your personal preferences. However, many aspects of home working are more or less universal. So here are 5 approaches that are likely to boost your work from home setup. 1. Create a dedicated workspace. Create a dedicated workspace. Where you work is as important as what you work on and who you work with. Having a defined space helps you sure you into an area of your focus. While it is ideal to dedicate a room for work, if that is not possible, you can do something simple like hanging a curtain to block off a place of work. Separate work from life. When you're working remotely from home, it can be difficult to set boundaries between work time and everything else. This is likely to be the most difficult hurdle to clear, particularly from new work from home employees who have their families in home during work hours. You should have a dedicated conversation with family, helping them understanding that just because you're home does not mean you're available. Regularly engage with others. When there is no office to spark spontaneous, informal conversation, you must be intentional about weaving into your day. Respect the routine but try new things. One of the benefits of remote is the ability to experience with unconventional working days. Not everyone shares the same peak hours of energy and focus. For example, if you work best in late nights, let your team know you are going to try some linear work days. Embrace change. You are not born knowing how to work from home. You cannot copy an in-office environment and paste it into a remote one and expect everyone to function as usual. Transitioning to remote is a process. When done well, a transition to remote avoids serious harm operationally as well as culturally.